What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video I'm going to be ranking every single Harry Potter canon like piece of information. So that'll be the movies, the books, even J.K. Rowling's Twitter account. So if you guys are new to this channel, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, let's just jump right into this. So I want to point out that I'm not going to include the Crimes of Grindelwald in here. Because that's just no, not the Crimes of Grindelwald, the Cursed Child, because that's just like not canon. Even though J.K. Rowling said it was canon, it's just like not canon. It just like doesn't fit in. Like it just breaks everything. And also to that guy, I said that today's video would be like the start of the Reject series, but like that isn't finished. Like I haven't finished setting that up yet, so it'll be next week on Friday. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Oh yeah, I want to say that each one is going to be the OWL grade. So O, outstanding, E, exceeds expectations, A, acceptable, P, poor, D, dreadful, and T, troll. So I'm going to put Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them at poor. No, at dreadful. No, at poor. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit split between them. So like, it isn't a bad book, but it really only serves to make money, which like really doesn't sit well with me. Now it does expand on like the lore. It shows you like all these amazing fantastic beasts and all that. But in all honesty, like it just like really is just kind of just a money grab, and it really doesn't bring too much to the table or expand the story that much. So yeah, it will go in poor. Next is Fantastic Beasts, and Where to Find Them. I'm also gonna put this one at poor, though it is above a Fantastic Beasts. So this one, I don't know. I see a lot of people say that this one's actually better than Crimes of Grindelwald, and I see a lot of people hating on Crimes of Grindelwald. But I really just don't like this movie all that much. It's just like really, I don't know, like forgettable. I mean, like it's not a bad movie, which is why it's not dreadful, but it's also not a good movie. It's not even acceptable, which is why it lands at poor for me. I feel like the characters are like pretty weird. And like the creatures just like really just don't land for me. Next is gonna be Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. This is gonna go in the acceptable tier. It's not like really one of the best Harry Potter movies or even Harry Potter stuff in this universe, but I feel like it improves on the sequel on the first movie. I really love Grindelwald here, and it also goes in like the Chamber of Secrets route, where it doesn't like end like the climax isn't a big battle, which is like what most people don't get about it, which I actually kind of like. The climax is like Leah's story and her like confession, like Tom Riddle's confession, the Chamber of Secrets. So yeah, I feel like it borrows a lot of things from the Chamber of Secrets, but the Chamber of Secrets is also really good. So you're like, okay, I can't fault it for that. Okay, next is gonna be Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is gonna be going in exceeds expectations for me. So this was like the thing that kicked it all off, and I know I hate how people say that, oh, it's the first one, that means it must be the best. Like, no, sequels are allowed to improve on the original, but yeah, this is like a really good introduction to the movie. It like establishes the world, the magical world, and introduces us to Harry. It gives us our first glimpse at Voldemort, and like overall, it's a really, really, really good story. Okay, next is the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm also gonna put it in exceeds expectations, so I'm gonna put ahead of the Philosopher's Stone though. I actually really liked how they did time travel in this movie because it like when you go back, you've already done it, which means that it isn't really an overpowered thing, because if you've already done it, then like you have to go back, so like it really just doesn't like mess up with continuity like all the other time travel plots do. So yeah, I really love how she handled time travel in this. And also, we get introduced to Sirius Black. There's like a whole mystery of who's Sirius Black and who like why did he kill the Potters and something like that. But yeah, I feel like this movie was really no, not movie, book was really good, and it goes and exceeds expectations. Next is the Goblet of Fire. This is gonna go in outstanding for me. So this like I don't know, I just like love like tournaments and stuff in books, which is honestly why I like the Hunger Games a lot. So like this was just like yeah, this was just like a big tournament. Also, you have a lot of mysteries, which is kind of like the themes with Harry Potter. You just have a lot of mysteries in this movie, in this book series. I don't know why I keep on saying movies. So like, who put Harry's name in the Goblet of Fire? Was Barty Crouch innocent? What like who like did Barty Crouch die? All that stuff. And for those reasons, I feel like it goes outstanding. And I honestly think it's probably like the second best book, or even the second best like thing in this universe. So yeah. Okay. Next is gonna be Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is gonna go in acceptable for me. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's like an acceptable book. Yeah, I don't know. It's like really long, so like all the points are like really drawn out, and it's a really slow book. We really like don't even get that much action until like the final act, which is just like it makes for a pretty like kind of even a boring read. But I mean, I still think it has its high points. Obviously, they improved on Neville's character a lot, and Neville had a lot of character development here, and they also introduced the DA. Um, yeah, but it's like the main problem is that the pacing is just like all over the swords. So yeah, it goes in acceptable. Next is gonna be Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and this is gonna go in first place in outstanding. So this movie was just like, oh, I mean, no, this book. I don't know why I keep on saying movies. Yeah, this book was just absolutely amazing. We get a lot of like we get a lot of Snape in this movie in this book. We also get a lot of Draco Malfoy. Like, what is Draco Malfoy up to? Again, the mysteries are very key in this movie. We also get a lot of backstory on Voldemort himself, and all of that is just great. Also, Dumbledore dies in in this book, so yeah, that just like ends it on like a total cliffhanger and like a total shocker to all of us. So yeah, it goes in outstanding, and honestly, my number one spot. So let's see, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This was honestly a perfect wrap up to this book series, but it is going to go and exceeds expectations for me. I don't think it's like quite there at outstanding. Like, because it does have a few plot points. Like, why couldn't the trio just summon salmon out of the lake when they saw Dean and all the other people do that? Like, it's just like I don't understand why they like really just had to starve there. But like the finale was just like amazing. Lord Voldemort and Harry Potter battling it out. Also, Neville had a huge character moment in this book, and it goes and exceeds expectations. Okay, so Harry Potter and the Sorcerer or Philosopher's Stone. Um, I think it'll go in acceptable ahead of the Crimes of Grindelwald. I don't know. It's like it's a fine movie. I feel like a lot of people love it a lot because it's the first one in the series, but I'm like not too high on the praise. I feel like the acting was a little bit questionable, especially because there are like child actors at like 10 years old, so it's to be expected. But like still, the acting was just like not the greatest from the childs. And also like I don't know. I feel like this plot, the Sorcerer's Stone, was probably the second weakest out of the bunch of all the books. So yeah, the plot in this movie also wasn't really good, but it also still like it like introduced us to all this like world like where we could actually see the world. So that was honestly amazing. But yeah, it goes unacceptable for me. Next is gonna be Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I'm actually gonna put it under acceptable. So first off, this movie literally had the cameraman in shot and like they didn't catch it apparently, or they didn't just really care. I don't know, but yeah, how can you have a cameraman in the movie? Like, what is this? Now I honestly think that the Chamber of Secrets is probably like the weakest story of the whole book series. So obviously this story is obviously adapted from the Chamber of Secrets, so it will also have a pretty well, I wouldn't say bad story, but it's like the worst story out of the bunch. Again, the acting really isn't the greatest, but it still is acceptable. And yeah, okay, Prisoner of Azkaban. This is going to go and exceeds expectations, and it's actually going to go above the book because like this movie just like honestly blew me away. Like the camera techniques, like the director did an amazing job. Like the visual metaphors in this movie were just amazing. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like the it was like a pretty like generic movie other than that, but like because all the like visual metaphors and like how you look at it were just so amazing, it has to go and exceed expectations for me. Okay, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Yeah, this is going in dreadful. Good lord, what were they thinking with this one? Especially when you're coming off such a good one with the Prisoner of Azkaban. You just drop off like the whole world with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So we don't even really see the Quidditch World Cup. We don't really see that much of the Triwizard Tournament. Like they like completely ruined Barty Crouch, which is honestly one of the best parts of the book. Like they just cut so many things, and like even when they cut so many things, the movie was still 2 hours and 30 minutes long, and they just kept some pointless things in. So like yeah, this is just like what are you doing? Yeah, this is going in dreadful. Order of the Phoenix. Okay. This is actually the best movie in the series, in my opinion. So it is going to go in outstanding because honestly, like you see this right, this book just like isn't really that great. But dude, the film it like improved on so many things in the book. Honestly, like because in the book, Sirius honestly came off as a bit cold, even to Harry, which like isn't really in character at all. But in this movie, they fixed it, and they just fixed a lot of things, and also made it like made it more compact, which made the pacing better and more quick. So yeah, it goes in outstanding. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Another dreadful. Like this movie, like why did you choose to focus on the relationship so much? Like I just don't understand that. Um, yeah, it's just like they chose to make relationships dominate the movie, and then like the whole thing that the movie is on the Half-Blood Prince, like the Half-Blood Prince is barely in it. I think it's mentioned like 5 times in total. Dumbledore's death was done brilliantly, and also the cave scene was also done brilliantly. But other than that, like this movie, just like you know what, because of those two things that were done good, I'll put it in poor. But like this movie, just like especially because you had such a good book, the best book in the series, in my opinion. Like again, these two books had such good, these two movies had such good source material, and they just blew it. Okay, Deathly Hallows Part One. I'm gonna put it at the top of acceptable. It's a good movie by all means. It's not really great. I love the Flight of the Potters. That was just absolutely amazing. But the pacing was a bit whack. It started really like really slow in the middle or at the start, and then just like quickly like a big action thing with the like the Flight of the Potters, and then back to slow again. So yeah, the pacing was just like really weird. But overall, like it had great action scenes and for that I'll put it in acceptable. Okay, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. This is going to go above of Prisoner of Azkaban and below Deathly Hallows. Exceeds expectations. So again, I didn't really get into this, but like the Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1 really set up things that weren't even paid off at the end. But this movie just paid them all off and paid off the whole series, and it was just amazing. And like the action scenes were amazing. Um, and yeah, I just don't know what to say. I honestly feel like they improved on the ending a little bit by having Neville kill the snake as Harry is doing Voldemort, so there is more suspense, which is better in movie form. And yeah, this is just goes and exceeds expectations. Okay, J.K. Rowling's Twitter account. I mean, for one, she literally said that the cursed child was canon on this Twitter account. So yeah, no doubt. Like she, oh my god, she posts so much controversial things. I'm just not even gonna get into this. But yeah, it goes in troll because it's just that bad. Quidditch Through the Ages. I mean, I suppose it'll just like go with Fantastic Beasts. It's like kind of the same movie, kind of the same book, just really information based and really doesn't expand on the lore or anything of that matter that much. Okay, Beatles of the Bards. This is gonna go in acceptable because it actually told some stories in this one which I felt were were really enjoyable. Like I think 6 short stories. I also if I'm remembering this correctly, it also had like the Deathly Hallows incorporated into this, so it actually did expand the story, and yeah, for that it goes acceptable. But because like it really isn't like a cohesive story, and it really doesn't have that much like amazing stuff in it, it's gonna go unacceptable. Okay, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. As I said, I feel like this is probably the weakest book of them all, but it's still gonna go unacceptable. Right ahead of the movie. Actually, you know what? I'll put it ahead of Crimes of Grindelwald as well. So this book, honestly, like as I said earlier, it's probably the for me at least the weakest book in the series. But I did like the Basilisk and Tom Riddle at the end, like revealing himself to be Lord Voldemort. I also liked the flashbacks with Tom Riddle as well. But overall, it just really didn't stick with me as much as the other books. And for that, it's going to go unacceptable. But as you guys can see, the books dominated the tier list. The movies were like yeah they were there. There were like the movies had like a lot of bad ones, but also a lot of good ones. Like the companion books really weren't the greatest, and the Crimes of Grindelwald just like no, the Fantastic Beasts movies just honestly, in my opinion, aren't really the greatest right now. Hopefully they can improve on that when the next one comes out. But anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Too easy!